Knocked Loose return with Hive Mind, a Kentucky hardcore metalcore track featuring Denzel Curry, where dissonant riffs and screamed vocals collide with rap verses to challenge conformity, captured in a Louisville shot video that reinforces the band's abrasive live intensity.
Coln's Lacen leans into Tagalog alternative rock, pairing guitar-heavy arrangements with imagery of poison and deception, as the comeback single frames release from manipulation through dark tonal shifts and extended song structure.
Kanonenfieber's Heiser tenor channels blacken death metal into a historical narrative centered on the SMS Wiesbaden at Jutland, using archival detail and punishing instrumentation to depict boiler room isolation, heat, and fatal entrapment at sea.
Lord of the Lost and Saltatio Mortis unite on I'm a Diamond, merging gothic rock weight with medieval metal textures where layered guitars and folk instrumentation reflect the German band's shared emphasis on dramatic, stage-oriented arrangement.
The Amity Affliction anchor House of Cards in metalcore catharsis, with Joel Birch's vocals cutting through dense instrumentation as the Australian band confronts familial fracture and personal reckoning under the Pure Noise Records banner.
TAILGUNNER's War in Heaven unfolds as a UK heavy metal ballad from Midnight Blitz, blending soaring guitars and synth accents associated with Adam Wakeman into apocalyptic imagery aligned with classic British metal lineage.
SCHATTENMANN's Kamikaze drives forward with sharp guitars and pounding rhythms, as Frank Herzig reclaims the term through high-impact German metal phrasing, tied to the quartet's ongoing collaboration with producer Henning Verlage.
Port Noir's Noir moves through Swedish alternative rock with cinematic layering as Love Anderson's vocals rise over textured instrumentation ahead of The Dark We Keep, marking the band's renewed activity with inside-out music.
From ashes to new shape villain around alt-metal tension, with dual vocals from Danny Case and Matt Brandyberry tracing attraction and conflict across dense guitar lines under better noise music.
SAC6's Ego blends R&B phrasing and metallic weight, pairing processed vocals with tight production under Sumerian Records as the duo examine imbalance and attachment within a compressed, hook-centered structure.
Skindred's This Is the Sound fuses ragga metal, punk and reggae pulse with Benji Weber's dynamic delivery, riding heavy riffs in a style rooted in Newport and defined by cross-genre live momentum.
Hopsydian's Devout introduces the band's Arising Empire era with a metalcore track balancing serrated riffs and melodic breaks, where tightly wound verses and chorus refrains circle obsession and surrender through a polished yet forceful studio finish.
Death and Legacy's Infernal Tragedy, released via Artgates Records, channels symphonic-leaning metal into themes of betrayal and spiritual rupture, pairing dramatic vocal lines with dense instrumentation and a David Romu-directed visual steeped in shadowed imagery.
Tyketto's We Rise draws from classic British-American arena rock, with Danny Vaughan leading a silver lining music single that layers soaring choruses and steady guitar work in the lineage of Whitesnake and Aerosmith.
Hellripper's Hunderpressed, issued through Century Media Records, drives black thrash intensity around Scottish folklore, as James McBain handles all instrumentation in a rapid riff-heavy track tied to the historical narrative of Melrose Abbey.
Nothing's Toothless Coal, released via Run for Cover Records, leans into industrial weight and shoegaze abrasion, with detuned guitars and buried vocals shaping a dense Philadelphia-rooted sound ahead of a short history of decay.